Come on, Jason.
I said to myself, I'm never going to be on a podcast and all that. Look at where I'm sitting now. How are you feeling? How do you feel the show is going so far, man?
I think it started a bit slow, and I think we'll take off, and I think we'll be a hit at the end. The first week was a bit of bad press and everything.
Yeah,
but
oh my God, the bad press.
It's so many games. 45 minutes for me is not enough.
It's not enough. Shuan, we didn't introduce ourselves.
well, okay.
We didn't introduce ourselves.
Okay.
A nurse, a donkey, and 99 to beat. A podcast with everything you need to know about the program from a neurodiverse perspective.
I'm Johan, but people call me Joe. I'm a nurse, and I'm one of the contestants at the 99 to beat. Come on.
I'm Chef Donkey. Jason in the show.
I'm autistic, and Jason have ADHD. I mean, you think that's impossible. They will do horrible on the program. But we want to show you, if you want to do it, anybody can do it.
Anything is possible.
And we will take you to behind the scenes, to all the gossips, and also all the techniques that me and Jason and Donkey
Because it's a superpower being neurodivergent.
Yeah, we are the power. People sometimes say, oh, neurodiverse people are very good because they think outside the box. I'm sorry, but me and Jason, we don't see the box. Tell me, Jason, first, why did you apply to go to 99 to beat?
So I didn't apply. I was approached at first. But when I saw what the storyline, what the show is about, I said, this show, I think, was made for me. That's why I applied. And you?
I applied, but because you were...
How did you find out about the show?
I'm a nurse, and during COVID, I was redeployed to intensive care, and I got diagnosed with PTSD after COVID. But one of my bucket list, I decided that because I don't know the future, because I see a lot of people dying, I wanted to bring forward my bucket list. I didn't want to wait.
Oh, yeah.
And on my bucket list was doing the marathons, doing...
Oh, yeah, of course, you do a lot of marathons with your wife, isn't it?
Yeah. One of on the bucket list is to be on a television program. And I applied for the wheel. I got to the first stage. I applied for the Survivor. I went also to the third stage.
Survivor?
Yeah, Survivor. I don't think it went off there at the end.
Survivor?
Yeah. I know.
Oh my God, I thought is that still on?
I think they did the first series and it went flat.
Oh my God,
anyway.
wow.
And then I applied for, believe it or not, I applied for The Traitor. But
oh my God. Don't laugh, man.
I got the interview, and you know the producer saying, I'm sorry, Joe, I cannot take you because you are a very bad liar. I cannot lie because I say like it is.
You told me.
One day I was in the Lake District. I got a phone call from Georgia.
Yeah.
She's lovely. But then I say, okay, yeah, you're fine. You'll be. I'll let you know. But then months went by. I didn't know anything.
Oh, really?
They didn't tell me anything. I say, Joe.
Oh my word, that's crazy because lots of people had different stories with the application. For me, it was week on week. I heard something from them.
I got the phone call saying you need to pack your bags and come to Reading with 5 days notice.
Oh my God, you were one of them. There was a few people who got that.
I don't think they believe that I could go far. No, I feel that I was a ticking box, that I was in there. I don't think they expected.
Did you really think that?
I feel that because...
So you thought that you are there to fill the gap of diversity of the group. Did you?
Yeah,
really?
at the beginning. But,
oh my God.
people need to wait, but they will be surprised. Because I break every rule. But
oh God, if I tell you what's in this box... It's literally the whole set of 99 to beat.
Yeah, I got t-shirts.
I can't say much about it now. Don't give too much away. Oh my God, yeah. I think you guys have seen this, but we'll talk about it in a minute.
Another way, yeah.
If I can just say, I'm just going to wave this around. Juan even stole the whole 100 cars, mugshots
and
of them.
I got everybody's names
and labels. You know our tags that we have on our chest?
With the numbers that went out, For example, I have Edward that went 100.
Edward, this is a very interesting cat. You know, he stood right next to me. So there was a time that this guy was named Britain's most
unluckiest person.
Yeah.
Because it's been to a 35
No,
program.
50 now. 50 shows.
50.
He's been on Britain's Got Talent twice. He's never won anything. But I think you said it as well.
Yeah.
Did he do it on purpose?
I think Edward did it on purpose. He wanted to be the first one eliminated. Because if you look at the video...
He says it.
I am first to to leave the process. And I think that's how I'm going to say it.
Yeah, he says it, and also
These goggles, they black out, and this is how dark it gets.
when the balls went down, I went like a sprint Olympics.
Yes,
the Olympic
literally.
Games.
Seriously, Johan, yeah, I went like this.
Yeah.
Dive.
And he was-
Edward,
I went like that.
he was walking like this, straight up.
I think he did it on purpose. He threw himself because he wanted to carry on with his titles as the unluckiest man alive. You know?
So, this game, if we just put I'm just going to put this down. It's going to get a bit quiet, sorry. Don't do that. Don't do that. I understood that. You guys saw the show. And I started, this is what the ball was doing for me. And I had to tell myself to stand still constantly. But my head was saying to myself, you're not going to do it. And that's what
happened.
I'm sorry to Caroline. I love you. When you drop your ball,
I was so happy. Yeah.
because I didn't have to stand still. And it was not as long
No.
as it looked on screen, isn't it?
5 minutes, there was maybe
5
I
minutes?
don't know, I can't remember, but
Oh my God.
the problem I have is anything that happened, my brain will go to there. Any lights going, because my autism and everything that
This is what I mean. When I said to you,
to keep focus on that ball
When
and
I
make
say to
sure
you-
that because if anything happens, I tend to get distracted very easily, and to be focused.
I'm sorry. Look,
it's
I-
one of the most difficult ever. And
I can't.
Yeah.
When I say about the lights, look, all the neurodivergence, ADHD, autism, you guys know what I mean. And I'm not laughing. I know what it feels like because when I was at this thing in my mouth, like this, man, the lights became brighter, and I was
Yeah.
still thinking, and I had to keep telling myself, be here, but everything was a distraction. That studio is very
And
busy.
don't forget also-
the cameraman, oh my God.
And the drones, because the drones come next to you,
Oh
and
my
you say,
God.
"Look, it's gonna hit me," and then you want to move away, and then, but yeah,
It
so
was a
very-
lot.
Yeah, the word still don't exist.
Now,
on my
for
body.
me, now, for
In my
me,
body
now.
don't exist, but yeah.
Libby will know. Libby, you know, it's you the one who's Jason Styles, Jason Styles. Everyone knew me as the guy that can't stand still, but it's not because like I want to move. Sometimes I don't even know I'm moving, man.
Yeah, but we're lucky because the aim of this game is not to come last.
That's
Definitely,
it.
we will never come first, you and me, on this endurance game, ever. But we were lucky that somebody was worse than us.
Oh my God.
And when the ball fall, I
Oh
was so
my
happy.
God, the
But yeah,
relief,
the
the
relief, yeah.
relief. So, this game for me,
is the
you know,
kind.
yeah, you know what I like, yeah, the table games where where the challenge is just to do your best,
Yeah.
not endurance. The table
No.
games with no endurance, I really like them.
I like it because if you don't panic, a lot of people just panic and then done everything. What I did always is the klaxon goes, and I wait. I didn't have a clue how to do that.
Nah, because I never done it.
I never thought that I could put a can in 45
Yeah,
degrees.
exactly. It's
Never
true,
in my
though.
life and
It's
everything.
true, it's true.
And then I said, well, that's impossible. But obviously, if it's a game, it's because it's possible. But instead of panicking and like people do start to throwing things around and everything, I waited.
Yeah.
And I look, and then suddenly the first one goes, and I say, okay, and you need to take some and leave some liquid, and that's when I tried. And yeah, that technique worked for me. That's why I don't feature a lot on the first episode, because I was never the fastest, I was never the slowest, I was in the middle.
Same as me though, Johan. I was middle as. Come on, man.
Yeah, but you're a bit louder than me. On the first episode,
I tried to be crazy.
my first objective, my only goal
As a
was
defense
not
mechanism.
to be overload, well, essentially, because there was 100
people.
Some of them
Guys,
were very, very
seriously.
loud.
We have breaks. Listen. We film. The filming is 13 hours.
Yeah,
we have
2
breaks.
days they took the first episode.
Yeah.
Sunday and Monday. It
Yeah.
took
Oh
2
my
days.
word. Yeah. It's when I'm in the studio, I be this crazy. When you have a chance to get away
Oh, yeah.
from it, I go completely to just get rid of all of that, and I'm on my own.
That's my technique. I zoom out. I sat on my chair.
If I didn't, I would leave the competition. I'm not joking. I
Some
would
people
leave.
will think that I was unsociable. Probably I was, but I was trying to preserve my energy for the game.
Same. I slept. I slept.
Yeah. I watched the first episode,
Between.
and I didn't recognize half of the contestants. I didn't know there was a couple. I didn't
So
know.
yes, I didn't know.
I didn't know.
Was it Meg? What was her name? Georgia G. And her.
Yeah, I
her
know
coup-
Courtney because Courtney was next to me. But
no, Georgia G. That's Georgia and Courtney. I'm talking
Yeah.
the couple.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
I
know they
didn't
were
know
there.
either.
I never seen them.
and some of them
Seriously.
and some of them I was watching with my partner. I said, "Who
Sorry,
is that?"
guys. Sorry, guys, by
And
the
then
way.
my partner said, "Oh, you were there." I said, "Yeah, but I didn't talk to any
No,
of them for the
man.
first
No.
days."
For me, it
Yeah.
was Libby, Jeff, and maybe Finley.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean,
And that was it.
I'm discovered some of the characters the same time as you do when on television.
Yes,
and
it's true.
yeah,
It's true. It's true. It's just
Anyway, that can when you know what to do, it's quite easy. You just pour some of the drink. You just left some, and then you
Did you get it straight away?
No,
Balance. Maybe
I
not.
need-
Get
I
it.
need-
Get it on the table. Shall we get
No,
it on
no,
the
it's
table?
fine.
This is down. Put it here.
Voila.
Like that. Literally. But listen, yeah. I think neurodivergence is a superpower, and I
Yeah.
believe it. I believe, and I do it for myself. But everyone has their own viewpoint on
Yeah.
it, and I respect it. But this was for me similar when I got poured out, and I could get it quite straight. And this is where I thought it is a superpower. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it-
Look at what
it is.
Joan just did now. He got it straight away. But we've never done this
No,
before.
never. I never done
I've
that.
never even thought, shall I balance a can?
Because I don't know you, but if I open a can, I'm finished. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't waste all of the content. But
Yeah.
But we also, neurodiverse people are very good observants. We
Yes.
like to watch people. And that's what I used. And then I watch other people, and we learn very quickly. If something that other people
I
do
did
work,
as well.
Yeah, and you were
You
fantastic
follow.
doing that. I copy you a lot of times of all of the games at the end, but let's not spoil
Yeah,
the
let's
thing.
jump guns.
But yeah, Jason was amazing. But yeah, and then one of the last games was the beginning, but that one I think is one of the most popular.
Right now, this game, I think everyone is raving on about this game. So,
Again, a very
think
simple,
you can see
a very
you guys-
simple game, but it's not that easy
it's
as it
not.
looks.
I don't think it's easy at all. I think you might have seen it on some of the Good Morning shows where the Thomas Brothers tried. But did Thomas Brothers try any of the games?
presenter, I don't think the Thomas brothers have done any games. They always ask the other people to play them. I mean,
So the idea is you have to get this in this position.
Yeah.
And
again, you need to keep still, make sure you don't fall.
literally, some people, like Finley, is very flexible. He was stood up, took his foot, and put it now.
Sue was very flexible, no? With the foot.
Sue did it. I
Yeah,
thought it was
think it was-
Lisa.
Oh, Lisa, yeah.
Lisa did that with her foot.
My PE teacher used to call me the wooden man because I cannot flex. Anyway.
So, anyway, this is what I had to do. What I did. I stood up and then, and oh my God! Did you finish before me?
I can't remember. No.
Yeah!
You done it. It's fine. Yeah.
See, well, that's the aim of the game. When you guys see us on the first episode doing the first challenge, by then we would have been filming for about 6 hours already.
Yeah, because you remember
We were naked by then.
the first scene, the going
Walking,
in,
yeah,
walking
yeah.
in. It took like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah. We've
I think
been
I did.
filming for
We did
ages
like
then
10K, going up and down, up and down.
You went to sleep.
Always,
I
every
couldn't.
night.
I couldn't sleep.
I was so tired. I needed.
Tired, yes.
I have techniques.
Okay, not every night I party, but I went downstairs, had food, and I'd have a couple of drinks. And there was 2 or 3 nights that I went to. It was always one person's room, was Ashton's room. The parties there it was like his own home, bro.
I've seen videos. There's a lot of videos. That, I remember watching one video. I was pissing myself. Louis, the
Oh
little
my
guy,
God.
trying to reach the sign of the there's a lot going on at night that I missed because I was fast
At the
asleep.
moment I will never forget at the Hilton Hotel is when I walked into Ashton's room. Lou was standing half naked on a table with a boombox.
I miss all that.
Oh my God!
But I don't regret it because if I had been to the parties,
Man, but I
would have
yeah,
been
the next
eliminated.
I'd made
But yeah, And the last game, but there's 2 more games on the first episode. The Frozen T-shirt.
2 more. Oh, yeah.
No,
Is the Frozen T-shirt first episode?
Yes.
Oh, really? I thought it was. Oh, yes, it was.
It
Oh, my
is,
God.
yeah.
I want to give you guys, we're not going to slam the T-shirt,
No,
but I
no.
want to give you guys a perspective.
No, I don't want your wife to kill you. But the other game is the Frozen T-shirt. It looks very easy. Concept is very easy just to put it on. But God, this is.
Did you?
That
Man! Wait.
is
It's
rock solid. I cannot even bend it. It's
rock solid. So I
so-
put this in the freezer last night, and this is what we got. When you saw Bianca going this sexy, smashing the T-shirt, it's literally like that. Some of us were probably just a bit stronger and got it easier.
Yeah,
you were quite quick with it, no?
I was quite quick,
Middle again.
Yeah, middle again. But yeah, it's rock solid.
Look-
And you see, I don't know if you heard, but the people were smashing on the floor. The noise was absolutely shocking. It was like fireworks. Pom, pom, pom.
The Thomas Brothers
Yeah.
was even saying
Whoa.
how loud it was.
But believe me, try it. Put the T-shirt in the summer. Put the T-shirt
Yeah,
the night
yeah,
overnight,
yeah.
and it's not easy.
It's not
as I
easy.
say,
It's rock solid. It's literally rock solid. And people got that quicker than I would
don't know how
imagine.
they
I
do
don't
it.
know how they did it. Some of the T-shirts was like, if you see now, this is rock solid. Yeah, that's not a lie. Can you see there's like literal bits that's melting slightly? For some people, the T-shirt may have melted slightly. And that, I thought, was a bit unfair.
It is. I think also was sometimes on the game of the first game.
I wanted to say to you,
Yeah.
there was scratches in the inside of this. Now, I'm not saying the games was like cheated or anything, but there was ways to get around.
Yeah.
But if you don't get caught, I think go for it.
Yeah.
Why not?
I must confess that I may have taken advantage some of these on a later on a later games. Nobody wanted to be last. And
No one wanted to be loud because it meant a lot to everyone.
To be honest, you try to get away with as much as you can. And that's
Yes,
why they asked also the marshals. The marshals were hilarious. And they come in very serious. They took the job very
The
seriously.
marshals was, oh my God.
Oh, they're scary at some
Oh
point.
my God.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah. And then to make it even more excited, each episode you have a team game. That is carnage.
Oh my
team game
God.
is
So for
carnage.
me, I'm sorry to say to you, yeah, I did not agree firstly with it.
No.
Because there's other countries
Yeah.
that's done it. They never had team games. I don't know why the UK had to do this.
They have
but
team games, but then the team loser, they play with each other until only one.
Until
gets
one,
eliminated.
yes,
You
till
don't
one,
have
yeah.
12, 13 people going
No,
on one goal.
no. Because that's I think it's not fair. Firstly, because it's not 99 to beat then, and secondly, it's not in your own hands.
There was a lot of people, they were more concentrated on where the television cameras were than not to play in the game. And that's why I think some big figures, I think personalities.
So big personalities,
went
there was
out.
clash. Later in the competition, you guys
and
will say...
the first game also,
this
bang,
clash.
13 off.
But sometimes, yeah, Johan, this is funny you say that, the big personalities, but not in the beginning so much. I felt like it's almost like they put the big personalities together because they know that they will clash. Some of it just seemed planned.
Maybe, because
but
obviously it's
who
a television
knows?
program. They won big personalities and everything. That's probably why I didn't have any microphone on the first
Did you? I
episode.
would have thought you had.
No, I was
fair
quite
enough.
boring for the first and second episodes.
You say he's boring. Can I just say we have a group chat as well?
Oh yeah, I'm a bit
He's
mischievous.
the most famous in that group chat.
But leave that for episode 2.
Okay,
leave that for episode 2.
Okay. Oh my God!
And do you
There's a
remember-
lot of drama,
Yeah.
a lot of newspaper articles. I heard the Haygate story from South Africa, my sister. But anyway, we'll
And
talk
also
about
on episode 2 there was a bit of cheating, but we will reveal that on the episode 2. Don't forget to tune again next week.
Episode 2 next
2.
week. Love you guys. Thank you very much for
Okay.
coming.
Love you.
A nurse, a
And-
donkey, and
and a
99
nurse.
to beats from a neurodivergent perspective.
And don't forget, you are amazing.
Amazing.
A nurse, a donkey, and 99 to beat. A podcast with everything you need to know about the program from a neurodiverse perspective. Tune in.